I used this in a previous webinar. It's a parking lot that we're doing. We're still waiting for final approval on the city before we can do subgrade. But I just went in and computed some subgrade volumes so we know how much sand we're going to have left over. And I want to kind of walk you through that process here a little bit so you can kind of see how this works. Now, we started out with a grading and drainage drawing that we sent into the city. Let me go ahead and zoom in here for us. That used an existing ground topo. So that's the blue lines here, so we know what's out there for the sand. And then I drew an A to A transect line and a B to B transect line. And all I did was go into the surface, and you've seen me do this before, surface tools, and I used this create a transect. And I just picked this line. And I want to show you the drawing it created here. So Traverse PC created this dashed line in profile mode. So I'm using station and elevation, distance along the line and elevation. And then I've exaggerated the vertical scale and drawn in kind of what looks like a reasonable grade here. So I know west to east, left to right, that this existing pavement that's already there was at a 1.87. I know the paving guys are going to want a 2% for drainage, so I just extended that 1.87, called it close enough for 2% over there. So west to east, I know I've got about a 2% grade. I did the same thing for the B2B transect, and here I know this. Notice that I've got a little fill down here on the south end. Halfway up, I've got some cut. Over here at the north end, I've got some more fill. So I've got cuts and fills out here, and I'm going to propose a 1.3% north to south. Now, one of the things that's kind of interesting about it is that when I hit this existing pavement, I'm going to find it's actually kind of flat there. So I'm going to have to fit the design to what's actually there for that existing pavement. And if we go back and look at that grading and drainage, this is that existing pavement. So I'm stuck with whatever this edge is as I grade it north to south. And I've got to drop down, put in the rock. And when the final pavement goes in the new area, it's got to match up with this. So that's kind of a constraint for me. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we actually do this. I'll walk you through the steps. I did this just the other day. It just takes a few minutes. And although Traverse PC is not a design program, we can oftentimes get what we need with Traverse PC.